In this video, I'm going to discuss problem 16 of your homework number 2. There are 3 choices in each multiple choice question you see in STET 325 exams. If you don't know the answer to a given MCQ, you may randomly pick an answer. The probability that the random answer being correct is 1/3. Assume that there is one MCQ for which you don't know the answer. You are going to randomly pick an answer, and there are only 2 possible outcomes. Your answer may be correct or may be incorrect. Therefore, your random answer can be modeled as a Bernoulli random variable. So please pay attention to the given distribution here. It's a Bernoulli distribution. Of course, your answer can have 2 possible outcomes. It can be correct, it can be incorrect. Therefore, of course, it should be from a Bernoulli distribution. Part A, what's the random variable x described above? Write the distribution of x using the standard notations. Well, of course, the complete answer is given in the question itself in that last sentence. Your random answer is the random variable. So let me write down that x as the random answer. That's the definition of x. But part A has another question, which is write the distribution of x using the standard notations. The distribution of x is written like x is distributed. When it is the Bernoulli distribution, you have to write it in words completely, Bernoulli. And within parentheses, we write down the probability of success. So the probability of your answer being correct, if we assume that success is defined as the answer being correct, it is equal to 1/3. So that's the standard notation for the Bernoulli distribution. Remember, when your distribution is a Bernoulli distribution, write it as x is distributed Bernoulli within parentheses p, where p is the probability of success. When you write it for a given question, make sure to use the given value of p. Part B, what's the probability of your answer being incorrect? It's not correct, okay? It's incorrect. The probability of your answer being incorrect should be 2/3, right? That is the probability of failure. How did you define the probability of failure? Probability of failure was defined as 1 minus probability of success. We know the probability of success is equal to 1/3. So the answer for this question should be 1 minus 1/3, which is 2/3. You may also write down the answer using decimals if you don't like the fractions. In that case, the answer should be equal to 0.6667. Let's go to part C. What's the mean of the probability of your answer being correct? We simply need the mean for the Bernoulli distribution. For the Bernoulli distribution, how did we define the mean? Mean was defined as equal to p, the probability of success. Since p is equal to 1/3, your answer for this question is 1/3. Let's go to part D. What's the variance of the probability of your answer being correct? We simply need the variance for the Bernoulli distribution. How did we define the variance for the Bernoulli distribution? We defined the variance to be equal to p times 1 minus p for the Bernoulli distribution. Since p is equal to 1/3, it's going to be equal to 1/3 times 1 minus 1/3, which will be simplified to 1/3 times 2/3, which is 2/9. If you would like to keep the answer as decimals, you can do that. It's going to be equal to 0.2222, and 2 is repeating. However, this is a variance, not a probability value. Therefore, you don't need to go up to 4 decimal places. So you may stop after 2 decimal places if you choose to go for decimal value. All right, let's go on to part E. What's the standard deviation of the probability of your answer being correct? So what is the standard deviation? We know that the standard deviation is equal to the square root of variance. We calculated the variance in the previous step. It was equal to 2/9. So we need to take the square root of 2 over 9. So this will be simplified to become square root 2 over 3. Well, if you don't like to keep the answer as that, you may write the answer as decimal. So the decimal answer for this question will be equal to 0.4714. Alright, that's a complete solution for problem 16 of your homework number 2. Thank you.